Welcome back to day 13/14 of the Light Spenders Guide. I'm combining the videos because on day 13, all I really did was pull for another Night Eater, and I did have some remaining pulls left over. We got her on the second we first got Aurora, and then Night Eater. So you'd have more than enough to get even the third one if you're unlucky. And if not, I would have spent a few diamonds to get her to make sure I, guaranteed it. And other than that, the only other thing is when you hit level 65, we went and got the glory title upgrade. It was 404 of the other one. You needs level 65. And I just bought them in this slot. It was the other one. It switches over once you get high enough rank like I am. And it costed a total of 1,200 diamonds just to get a few more talent points. And the talents I just mainly went with is maxing out these two right columns. And then over in this one, I just max out the middle row. This one, you can pick whoever you want, but this is what I've been doing with the talents. And didn't think it would be worthwhile for a video. Obviously, as a quick reminder, make sure you're pushing up the Endless Abyss. The Nightmare, it is important for one of the missions. You can only do 3 per day, so don't forget to do that. And in the memory corridor, we're up to here. We have to wait one more day for the next one. Just everything is cleared. You can always check if you missed anything by clicking that on the corner. And the team I've been using for everything is the same team as before and smashing it no problem. Just to show you real quick, this is what we're using to basically smash all the content. And I'm sure you're experiencing that as well. So today is a great day because we have the War Spirits flywheel event, and that's where we're going to start off because it's always fun to pull for it. We're going to spend all our diamonds there. Nothing to worry about. There's nothing else really going on except for this event. Like we said, we're skipping. And here, the other thing is you get your your Codex Last Dragon link for your King's Codex. So you're going to grab that and just quickly link it. Obviously, you got to ascend it and then go to the Star Vault and the library. Obviously, collect these. You can just hop in here, grab whatever, just like before. Just grab some attack, some defense, and we'll reassess later once we have enough to rank it up a little bit further. But in here, as always, make sure you're swapping out your weaker one for the Last Dragon because you're going to get that crit resistance, 5%, which is helpful, another 5,000 overall power. And go to your Night Eater or your whoever has your kings and link that. It's going to add a ton more stats, 20% crit damage increase, sustained damage until the end of battle, stackable, cannot be dispelled, and a shield value of 20% of his or her maximum HP. So link that. Another 150,000 power for your main damage dealer. Massive upgrade there. Gonna really slap. And we're not stopping there. We're gonna get some huge upgrades with the pets in a minute. And there is one more thing for an event that I just want to point out, and that is over in here, the hero commendation. We were able to hit the 400 out of 400. If you're really close, there's a couple of spots you can go to get it. It's not required, and it's random, so you're not going to choose. So I can show you what we're going to get right now. And Elementalist, cool hero, not going to use her though. Maybe we'll slap her in one of our temporary teams for now. Does AoE stun, but like most of these heroes, unless you have a lot of stars, they're not going to be too powerful. So maybe you got lucky and got another Dragon Lord or someone that's usable for you, but nothing crazy there. But some places you can get some extra resources would be in the relic shop. You can get some of the heroes here to essentially get some extra 5 stars. You can either grab a 5-star like this, or if you're close to ranking up, you can grab a couple of these ones and rank them up to 5-star. So don't forget anything in obviously here. Make sure you're pulling for these. I'm gonna wait until we have another 50 before I pull them for you guys. And the Ascension Hall, make sure you synthesize them all up to 5-star because that counts towards getting that card. And so without further ado, let's hop right into the Fantasy Beast. It's similar like the Codex, where the more pets or beasts you have right here, the higher your power is going to be. It's going to make it easier to fight the bosses. Let's just run this in the background while we're going, because I'm sure the first floors, couple floors, we should have no problem. And I had a wrong hero in there, but it doesn't matter. And let's hop into the Flywheel Raider. We're going to be spending diamonds, and we're going to go crazy. Remember we saved a couple hundred from last time, 245. Well, I guess we're going to crush that real quick. Let me swap out this hero and put back in her, just so it's standard like everyone else. We had 245 from before, and in the Star Hub bonus, this Mythic Star Hub Beast, wouldn't recommend going for it. This is like a really old one, considerably weaker than the newer damage dealer ones. And a lot of these Star Hub pets, you still want to get them to like 1 or 3 stars for good value, and you probably would never be ranking this one up. It would just not be worth it in the long run. So I don't think it's worth spending the 500 tokens. You can just get like a Lightbringer or something up much higher star, and it's just going to be used longer term because you can rank them up. Whereas you could, I mean, technically you rank this up, but it's just not worth it, which is what I'm trying to come across. And let's just get one more of these started. And hopefully we just blast through it. So as you can see, those first few stages, even with just a regular beast, no problem. So let's just start jumping in and doing the pulls. Let me know in the comments how you did. We're hoping for some big flywheel pulls because we really need it. We're going to be going for the Lightbringer first, and then forget the name of the second one. I'll show you exactly what we're going to be going for. At least 2 of them, though. So I think we hit the lucky draw here because our diamonds jumped back up. And what are we getting? Hopefully some big diamond returns. And 4,000 diamonds basically, but no flywheel runes, so that's kind of a bummer. Like I said, we just want a ton of flywheel runes. And slowly climbing up. Climbing up. And today is the last day for the Dragon Spine tournament, the second version of it. We'll jump over there after we get some upgrades because we're stuck at 8-8. We want to get to at least 8-10 cleared just for those extra bonuses. These are the talent fruits, which are really great for ranking up your pet. And we'll go over that as well. And hopefully we get some more along the way. That was a big pull. Slowly climbing up in here. And hoping we hit like the 200. That would be insane. I think one time I played it, and I've hit it a few times on some of my early playthroughs, and definitely super helpful if you do hit it early. And 2 back-to-back pulls with 0 flywheel runes, unlucky, but we did get the lucky bonus here. And what's it going to be? Another 4,000 diamonds, but like I said, no flywheel runes, so kind of unlucky there. But really just want to show you the overall luck, because I know I've gotten some comments saying some people have been super unlucky, but you know, it happens to all of us. You'll have some dry pulls where you're just not getting a ton of flywheel runes, and then all of a sudden you'll get a bunch in a row. And hopefully today we can we're in 4th place for the tournament in the Dragon Spine Tower, but hopefully we should be able to, I don't know if we should be able to, all the top 3 are super high power level, but maybe we can squeak into 3rd. That would be really cool. And if not, we'll at least get to see how far we're going to be able to climb, right? Come on. And depending upon how many flywheel runes is going to be dependent on how much we try and rank up. And see, this was a good pull right here. Quick 35 flywheel. And coming low on diamonds, though. Got the lucky draw. What are we getting? So I think it was like 6,000 diamonds. That's big. And 15 flywheel runes, so that's a massive pull. We do get a bunch of refill ups here at the bottom after. So far, so good. Pretty lucky. Last tournament of this, we only did 300 pulls with diamonds, I think. So hopefully we hit the full 400 this time around, so we're not wasting any of the pulls. And this was our last pull for our original amount of diamonds. And let's collect this up. We'll definitely get a few more pulls. Get all these diamonds back. And some more flywheel runes. Bam. All right, a couple more. We're at 620 now. That is huge. Definitely going to be able to do a couple of the flywheel beasts, which is great. And they're not as impactful as the war spirits that are coming up. And look at that huge pull. But they're still good. And 2 more pulls and we'll get that. But let's just start off by grabbing this. And right off the top of my head, I know we're going to be going for a Star Rider. So let's grab another 100 of these. And that will put us at 200. And I think we get 2 10s back off the bat. And I think we just need another 30. And we'll upgrade our Lightbringer as well. So let's just hop right in. And 100 for her. This is going to be your main damage dealer 1 for now. And then Star Rider is really good as well. Let's do 100 for her. And we can link that to our Lightbringer, or you can use it separately depending upon what your goal is. So let's summon her. And we'll just quickly read it. So before the hero releases the rage skill, there's a 50% probability to trigger the skill, which inflicts 300% divine attack damage to 3 random enemy units and 18% true damage on the target's max life. And there's a 30% chance to add dazzle to the target or phase steal effect to the target if one has not been added successfully. It's basically a stun, which is massive. And for this one, before the hero releases the rage skill, there's a 50% probability to trigger the skill, which will attack the 1 unit with the highest attack and 2 other units with the lowest life. Total of 3 people without repeating. Randomly dispels 2 to 5 gain effects on the target. Causes 200 divine attack percentage. And the effect of crowd attack on the partnering hero. And 15% rage damage effect of the target's maximum skill. And adds spirit strong immune effect to the partnering hero, and add spirit force field to all of us. Add spiritual force field 1 turn cooldown after successfully triggering. And so what does the spiritual power do? It is an attribute to the attacker. Damage ignores shield, ignores reflect. Damage increases by 20%. Crit rate increased by 20%. Sustained damage that lasts for 1 turn. Maximum stacking of 2 layers. Cannot be cleared. In the force field, deflects enemy AoE damage. Decreases our AoE damage by 10%. Decreases our crit rate by 15%. And has a 10% chance of completely deflecting AoE. So overall, really good offensive, defensive, secondary hero. And you can link it to your Lightbringer. And sorry for all that misreading. You can go back to school. And let's just hop on and link it to, of course, Night Eater. So what I would recommend off the bat is you just slap Lightbringer on her. And you can link it. So you can bond with the Star Rider. We're going to do that later on. But just want to bring that to your attention. We'll make it stronger for your main damage dealer. But for the tournament, you want to have them separate, because otherwise it doesn't count towards that armor shred. For the talent points, obviously just slap them in as you get them, because why not? You can always reset it. So we're going to start off with let's just start off with the damage boost. And if we go back here, we can reset, you'll get it back. Just want to point that out. Make sure you rank the beasts up as well. So I try to do them kind of evenly. It's going to take a few minutes, obviously. And then the other hero you're going to want to slap it on is your Dragon Lord. So we'll stick Star Rider on her. And do level 50. You can hold it down too. Sometimes makes it a little bit faster. At least you don't have to spam clicking it. Actually, we're killing a lot, so we'll just stop at 40 here. And for the last one, I'm going to stick it on Feather. It doesn't matter who you put it on, but you just need to make sure it's equipped on someone. And you can reset those levels too if you want. We'll stick the rest of the food in here. Get Lightbringer up as high as we can. It's a few levels less than Star Rider. It's not a problem. But we can actually ascend her up as well, because we're going to go over here to the growth reward, collect these 10, collect another 10. That gives us the 50 required. And don't forget to grab these. There you go, 2 level 30s. And we should be able to rank up our Lightbringer a little bit more here. So let's feed her up. We'll be able to hit that level 40. Right, perfect amount, luckily. And we need to grab from the chest to ascend her, sorry. Let's quickly hop over to the chest. We need 50 for her. And it's going to give her a little bit more power. And then we'll debate if we want to go any further on the ascension. But you can see you're going to be getting 10,000 more divine attack, another talent slot, all this extra attack. After the rank ups, 26,000 attack. That's a lot of stats for your main hero. Another 63,000 power, 64,000 power. And for the talent, I'm just going to actually slap it into the other damage one. So the crit damage, and you can rank these up as well. We'll skip that for now. And yeah, we'll just keep running excuse me. Don't forget to collect your little chest of 100 diamonds. And all your rewards. Another 5, like I said, these 5s are not that helpful because you can't really do much with 5, but if you do another, if you get another 1 to 1 star, you'll get another 10. Could be worth it. We'll hold off on now for that. Let's just run this. Let's try and see if we can get to the boss fight. As you can see up here, we have 75. We're a little bit shy for the level 7, but I don't think it matters too much, because we're just going to smash the boss. We already do so much damage. It's incredible, right? And then most importantly, we got to try and climb up in the Eternal Tower tournament. That is essential, and we're going to do that right after this. We do have 3 days for this, but always nice to try and just climb as far as we can the first day, just to get a feel of how much damage we are and how we're competing with the other players on our server. So let's do that real quick. So far, no problem. We were smashed that. I wasn't even paying attention to what round it was in, which is great. If we're not pushing up towards round 15, that means we're doing great, and we might not need to do too much more investment in the beast, so we can maybe save some of the flywheel runes for the war spirits, which are super important for the long run. And it might be dependent on how many of those debuffs we get stacked on Night Eater. And let's see what the ranking is. What are the damage? This is some massive damage by these top 3 people. Let's see how we compete. We'll just challenge it, and then we'll get a feel for how far we are behind, if there's any hope of us catching up. And yeah, that's the power of going a little bit beyond light spending, but we'll do our best to keep up and see if there's anything we can do to maybe sneak into 3rd place or something. So it looks like round 5 is when we break the Phantom Armor, and unless we get to, I think, level 8, it's not going to make a difference on which round we get it to fully break that armor, because one more level won't make it break one round earlier, I'm pretty sure. Which is something we'll have to keep in mind. So we'll have to do more than just a basic small upgrade. We'll need to get like a couple upgrades if we want to really push the damage, I think. But let's see how much damage we do today. And over the next couple of days, we can really decide if we want to go all in and try and push, or if it's just not going to be worth it. You definitely want to try and get all those extra free pulls, though. We'll check out what those damage requirements are after this. I think so far we're doing less damage than we did from the prior event, and I think that's primarily due to the fact that it took us longer to break the armor, because before we had a lot more codexes, right? So it looks like we might hit up to the 500 million or close to it. Just shy of 500 maybe. Just shy of 500. We're currently in 4th. We can check the comparison in a second. Let's collect all these damage rewards, and then how far do we need to get to the last one? Oh, we were 2 million off, so you'll have no problem getting this one as well. We own 25, so I guess we can run it in the background again. And we're way behind in damage comparatively. So unless we get some insane upgrades or maybe push for Naida to be 12-star, I don't think we're going to be catching them in the damage there. So let's run it one more time. We'll do a couple pulls in the background. Maybe we get lucky there because we have 2 10 pulls. Remember, I'll only do 10 pulls. Don't do any single pulls. Otherwise, you don't get the chance for that lucky flywheel rune. And look at that, 10, 20, 35 flywheel runes. So insane right there. And I think we hit the lucky draw with some extra diamonds here. What I want to hit is that 5x with a 200. That would just set us up for insane success. Another 4,000. We're going to need a couple more pulls here. 5 flywheel runes right there. Can we get any more luck before we run out? Another 10. And this looks like it might be our last pull for now, but we'll come back tomorrow or the next day with definitely some more pulls. And we have enough to do some more rank ups, so we'll definitely be able to decide whether or not we want to go for it. And now, most importantly, the other event. Let's do that. And let me just double check in here, the beast mirror. Up in here, you get some more power. Collect this little heart, you'll get 90 of these. In the portrait too, don't forget to activate 76,000 power for both of these. Crit resistance, extra attack. What do we get with Lightbringer? Single target damage heroes, which is big. And then this Cloud Atlas, you can reset this once an hour as well, so it's not a big deal. Another 400,000 power. Does like an execute, which is nice. But for now, just work your way towards this one. You'll need 50. You can just grab whatever for now. We can always reset it to 1 hour cooldown. Costs you nothing though. We got going on here. We did get something. Oh, what did we get? Ranger specialty. Oh, we got Auroras from that random one. That's cool. We'll take it. And anything else? 7-day target. We participated in that, so we completed all of these, no problem. 300 diamonds here. And for this one, that is just going to be kind of luck, right? You're going to, not kind of luck. If you're more active than I was, you'll hit 67. I think you just need to be level 67 and clear it, and that will complete it, and that will be the rest of them. Everything else is completed. And if you don't reach 67, which I don't know if I will, don't sweat it. It's not that big of a deal. What did we hit for damage here? Well, we just broke over it. So able to collect it all without any extra upgrades. Let's get that last pull in here. Oh, we're so close to another pull. But that's everything for the first day. And if that's where we stopped, I'd be happy with it. We're in 4th. We got all the extra, the guaranteed rewards, and we're in a good spot for the future. For here, let's run this to see if we're going to get any further now that we have a beast. And let's see if we can clear the Eternal Tower with our extra power boost from the pets. So let's run it and just see what it looks like, or if we're just getting annihilated. I didn't watch it last time. But with the beast here, there's a chance of doing that extra damage, and you can execute it, I'm pretty sure. We'll see, there we go, the spirit, and it executed that middle hero, which normally you wouldn't have. So that's one of the cool features of the spirit beasts and going in that atlas. Once you get far enough, you get those extra little executes to make it so you obviously finish off heroes faster. It's going to be really helpful for PvP as well. The other thing we can do is maybe check out our boots, see if we can get the first set of speed from enchantments. Super important for PvP. Speed is king. It looks like we're kind of low on damage there. Their Aurora is not Aurora. Can't remember her name. She's keeping them alive real easy. With recap, what is her name? Saint of Purity. Their Saint is really tanky, obviously, and healing them up. So, ton of damage. But look at that healing from Saint. Insane. Go to her pet, and we can actually unlock her divinity as well. So because of our purchased before. Remember, we were talking about getting a second hero to the 3-star to get those extra crowns. It costs us 500 diamonds to reset. So you know what? We're going to do that. We're going to get a little bit more damage out of her. 70k power, some more HP and stats. We'll just do this as well. Another 93,000 power. And if we can get this, we'll be able to get those extra bonuses from one of the events. We got a couple more weeks. And we can always reset it. It costs us 500. We're not going to do that now, obviously, but just wanted to point that out. Maybe that will give us a little bit more power. And let's check out to see if that was enough to really push this. So Dragon Lord's going to be doing, she wasn't the bulk of the damage, obviously, but with her doing a little bit more damage, maybe it'll make a difference. And just trying to see what it actually looks like. We're doing less damage in that first run, but that's just because we probably didn't crit. There's that Spirit Smack. We almost got Night Eater down, which is big. Maybe if we can kill 2. I think we just need to get lucky with the stuns against us. There we go. So just those small little tweaks. Let's check out the damage stats. You can see Dragon Lord close the gap a little bit, and just that extra little damage was definitely enough to push it. So if we can get this next stage, we hit all the base rewards from the event. Let's just run it real quick. Quick run it a couple times. Looks like it's going to be a real hard team, though. They got Dark Knight and Saint, so it's going to be a really tanky team. Let's just see what the stats look like after this, and we'll watch it once. Yeah, so we're doing less damage. It looks like our Night Eater must just be dying real early. Let's see what it looks like. Is she just killing the Night Eater right off the bat? Potentially. Some big stuns there. But, yeah, look at the DK heal and shield. Healed everyone up to full health right off the bat. Definitely going to be a hard floor. Hopefully we can get by it, though, because this is where you get the extra 50 10-Yao gear fragments, and basically not free, but you earned yourself a full piece, which definitely saves you a lot of resources. But yeah, we're starting to fall over here now, and everyone is full health. So I don't even know what we can do to really close that damage gap. And we're back. We've been stuck on this stage. We did make a bunch of upgrades, and I'll show you in a second, but I just want to show you where we're currently at before we do any more progress and what I've done so far. So we are just kind of just lacking a little bit of damage. We're able to kill a few, but if we don't stun them off the bat, we have to restart, as you're seeing. And I've tried different heroes like Frost Spirit and Luminescence in place of Lightbringer, and I've even tried Aurora, but it's just been really hard. As you see, we can kill a couple, but the issue is Night Eater, once Feather's passive for preventing our death goes away, Night Eater can just like one-shot us, and we just fall over real quick. But just give you the full walkthrough. We didn't get stun on Saint early on, so not the best of runs to show, but you can see that we're just lacking damage. The shields on her is still up there. And getting pretty close, right? So this is actually our best run yet. Maybe, just having to talk about it, we actually got lucky and was able to plow through it. So maybe the upgrades we just did were just enough. And there we go. So, ironic that I had run it a bunch of times and was trying to see what we were missing. And I think we were just missing enough stats. So let's go over and see what we needed to do. Our Night Eater was slapping. And confirm, because I was going to do some riskier stuff in a second. And grab these. Big upgrade here. 500 diamonds, most welcome. And right here is the last guaranteed reward if you can get it. Gives us that first 100 for a 10-Yao piece, which is massive. Probably going to go with the boots because it's really important to get speed in PvP. But we need a full set to really matter. And we can try and push up some more. Like, let's hit next stage and try and push real quick. But I don't think we're going to be catching up the other players. They're in the, I guess, 9-8. We're already struggling on 9-2, so don't think we're getting up to 9-9 if we're already struggling, and we barely got past 8-10, I feel like. There we go, making a little bit of progress, right? So hopefully maybe just a little bit of RNG will make the difference. But I think 9-8 must be really, really hard because that other player, which is much stronger than us, is currently stuck there. What does this stage look like? Is it just like super tanky? They do have the twins over here. When you kill them, it revives everyone on the team. But other than that, unless we're just getting blown up by her, it looks like we should be able to like sneak by this stage. They do have some immunities, which is a pain. But we'll kill them all kind of early. So I'm kind of surprised we're not able to get by. But the twins will revive everyone in a second, you'll see. And so here's a revive, but they don't have a way of reviving afterwards. So if we can kill them one more time, we should be good. I think we should get by here unless he can just one-shot maybe everyone. No, we just had to watch it, right? Sometimes you just got to watch it and be like, I call BS. We should be able to beat this. Just like that, the one where I was like, oh, we're really struggling, but we need a little bit more damage. And don't worry, I'm going to show you everything I did to get the power I guess needed to barely get by in just a moment. And I'll bring it up again, but don't forget to do Voyage. This one's looking a little bit scarier. What floor is this one? Is this the 12, the 9-8? Oh yeah, this is the 9-8. Oh, we're on 9-7. He already beat 9-8. So he beat this one. Let's see. Anytime we face a Saint, it just makes it real hard. You need to have Saint and DK. Just the healing is ridiculous. And they're killing through Feather. You see that? We already had to revive once with our Lord of Time. And maybe if we can just get... We would need to definitely kill some of these DPS real quick. Let's just quick battle a few times and see if we get... And then we'll jump out because I'm not sure if we'll be able to clear it. We can do some risky stuff and see if we get lucky. But at the same time, I kind of don't want to now because we got through the A10. And if we're already struggling on this floor, I don't know if we're even going to come close on the next floor. Let's just look at it one last try. All right, let's recap what we covered so far. And what I did is, forgot to mention before, push up in the Beast Clash. And you should be able to get up to like roughly where we're at, floor level 80, 86. And this, we're currently kind of maybe a little bit stuck. We need a little bit more power. But we're able to get another 100 of the Whisperwind Beast Shards. And with that, you just hop over to the contract shop here, grab another 20. Grab another 20 here. You just need to grab 4. And you're able to rank up the Whisperwind to 3-star, which is on her. Not so much the stats from that, but it does allow you to go to the Star Vault, the Beast Mirror, grab some more of the hearts, and the Cloud Atlas. We're able to go straight down the line and pick up this skill upgrade for when you kill enemies. You get another 20 Cloud Energy, which is pretty big. So point that out. As I mentioned before, don't forget to do the Voyage. Almost forgot to mention that. And get through the first round of the challenges for these Valor Proofs that don't expire, and they're really important in the long run. You do need to buy 2 rudders. You can watch the previous video about the Voyages. It's going to be the exact same time this time around. And other than that, I got a couple of 11 stars, ranked up Luminescence and Frost Spirit to 11 star. And in the process, it did give us access to a deal. We haven't gotten it yet, but this one is pretty okay. If you get once you get that access, it does give you the option of getting 2 crowns of hardening, getting us that much closer for 15. But that would basically get us close to like our full spending cap. Definitely not the best and not the worst value because crowns of hardening are hard to come by. And it would get us close. If there were some yearbooks with this, then it would be really good. But we'll think about it. We have 24 hours. But leveling up those 11 stars, we're able to, power up and heal. We're at level 256 and 269 in here. So an extra bit of stats. And we did equip all our treasures. We did have some treasures I didn't equip for the most part. And got a little bit of power there. And that was basically everything. Nothing too crazy, but you see we're at 10.1 million power. Forget what we were when we started, but our power did go up a little bit, which definitely helps out. And what I was also planning on doing was I pulled all the free ones and was debating on trying to see if we got a night eater because we have the 311 stars at 300. We have the ability to ascend her up to, getting closer to 12 star. You need every 2 copies, you get another 10% attack power, and then you can unlock that. And then eventually, once you get those two, you'll be able to unlock 12 star, get that much stronger. But I was wondering, like, maybe we just need that extra 10% attack, and we could just gamble on getting it from here. It is a real gamble. It's a 33%, and there's no way, like, if we miss, if we hit one of the other heroes, it's gonna stink. So, kind of not planning on doing it. And I hope you enjoyed it. This is what I would recommend doing so far for today. Don't forget to check back in before the day. So maybe hit level 67. If we sit around, we'll be able to get that last reward up in there. And thanks for all the support. Please like and subscribe and have a wonderful day. Take care.